I lost both my legs in an accident when I was 2 years old. And ever since I started posting online, that's the top comment I get. What happened to your legs? So let me tell you my story. I'm originally from Brazil. I come from a city called Recife. Here are some photos of where I grew up. When I was 2 years old, my dad was at work. Me and my mom took the bus to go see the doctor. The reason my mom took me to the doctor was because I was having rashes on my feet of all places. I know, it's ironic. And everything was fine after the visit to the doctor. My mom put me on her lap and we went back to the bus station right in front of the hospital. And she saw that the bus was actually coming from a distance. So she put me down right in front of her, standing right in front of her so she could reach her backpack and get the bus tickets. At that moment, everything happened really fast. Basically, the bus was coming high speed and lost control, went over the sidewalk, and ended up hitting me. On the impact, I was launched a couple of meters away. The worst part is that on an act of desperation, pretty much, the bus driver tried to drive away. And that's actually the moment that he ran over my legs. The bus driver realized what had just happened and he basically panicked and tried to drive away. The problem is that he, at that moment, made things worse. He drove over my legs, I got stuck on the wheels, and he was still driving for a couple of meters with me stuck on the wheels. The people from inside the bus actually made him stop. The problem is that he left the bus on top of me and took off running. At the end of the day, I was actually really lucky that it happened in front of the hospital because the people from inside the bus got out of the bus, helped lift the bus, and pull me from underneath it. While I was crying and calling for my mom, I was rushed to the hospital in somebody's arm. I was pale, weak, and from all the blood loss, I was almost unconscious. I was given 2% chance of survival. I actually even had a death certificate with my name, which is wild to think about, but it turns out 2% was all I needed. There's so much that went into by the time I got hit and all the efforts and miracles that had to happen for me to even be telling you this story today. But unfortunately, I can't fit it all in one video, so I'll have another video coming soon. But the good thing, I never had those feet rash again.